Nigel Farage. Taking a look at his chart today to understand who he is. A little bit of background about him. In 2018, he co-founded the Brexit Party, renamed the Reform Party in 2021 in the UK. And in 2024 general election, Farage became Reform's UK leader. So he is in politics. His birthday is April 3rd, 1964. In Farnborough, England, and he's born at 4:30 p.m. I'm using whole sign astrology. If you guys could please hit that like and subscribe button, it would help to get this video out to more beautiful viewers like you. And if you're interested in an astrology reading, my link is in the description below. Schedule an astrology reading so we can take a look at your future, your present, and even your past. Pluto and Uranus are in his first house in Virgo. Pluto is next to his ascendant. They're conjunct within 1 degree. Power, ability for power, powerful influence. Power is his main motive, we can also say. Large, powerful influence, analytical, organized. The details. He knows the details. I don't know much about Nigel Farage, so I'm just going by what I see in his chart. Second house is Libra. Ability to negotiate. He values negotiation. He values partnerships. Balance. He values balance of things, situations, parties, different parties. Neptune in Scorpio in the 3rd house. He is very good with speaking with people, negotiating, compromising, bringing people together to find a solution to things. But there's also the element of living in a fantasy, living in a fantasy of some sort. His words inspire people. But there's also this element of not being grounded. He has this belief he can talk to people very well, but there's also this element of not grounded. Lilith is in Sagittarius in the 4th house out of 5 in 8 degrees. His IC is in the 5 degrees. Lilith and the moon in Sagittarius. Belief, freedom beliefs, beliefs of freedoms. Lilith here in Sagittarius in the 4th house, fighting for the rights of his home, this country that he lives in. Standing up, having a voice for his country, standing up for his beliefs of his country, or his home, we'll say, where he lives, where he was born. A voice of freedom, wanting to be a voice of freedom or being a voice of freedom. And his voice seems to be very influential, especially with his words. Back to Neptune quickly in Scorpio, the words that he uses are inspiring with nothing behind them. South Node in the 5th house. Creativity he has. He's comfortable with his beliefs, but their beliefs could be very rigid at times. North Node is in Cancer. Dreamy. Moving towards going from comfort of the beliefs to stepping out there and protecting. So perhaps it's having a creative vision, going from this comfort of this vision, speaking his words to people, to taking a stance and seeing it through, making it happen. Or perhaps he knows how to work very strong, very well, and he is to step out into the spotlight and speak from the heart, speak from his emotions. Maybe not be so held together, but let loose with the emotions to truly inspire the people. Saturn's in the 7th house, and so is Chiron. Relationships challenged. Chiron. There's this relationships in Pisces. Limitations in his relationships. Learning how to trust in his relationships, in the partnerships. Perhaps he has lack of trust for people. Perhaps he has been burned before. And I'm talking about partnerships right now, not so much his relationships. His personal life relationships, they could have some challenges learning how to trust, but partnerships, people that he does business dealings with. There could be this learning how to trust in them, trust his feelings more, maybe not be so analytical all the time, especially with Pluto, Virgo here. 8th house is Sun, Mars, and Jupiter. Power. This is power, and it goes along with the Pluto and Uranus in the 1st house in Virgo. There is power here, there's action, there's aggressive, there's a drive to take action to change the hidden aspects of the world. Expansion in the unknown. Passionately taking action to drive forward, to start something new, to inherit, to pass on something that's better. 10th house is in Gemini. Politician, political, double speak here. So this Gemini, 5th house, goes along, I feel, with this Neptune in Scorpio. He knows how to move and inspire people, but yet some of the words that he says, he's talking out of both sides of his mouth. He could say and promise one thing, but then does another. But he has the ability to go with the flow, to change and adapt to the situations as needed. Perhaps his Gemini, his words, his voice, maybe doublespeak, gets him into trouble with these partnerships. Perhaps it's learning how to trust the instinct, following through on the words that are said in order to sustain and build strong partnerships. Uranus here in the 1st house, suddenly changing his life and reinventing himself. Power struggles, transforming who he is, becoming stronger after each time he reinvents himself. Saturn is opposite his natal Uranus. Power struggles in relationships, power struggles, learning and wanting to rebel against the old authorities, the old structures, rebelling against the traditions. But it's also learning how to trust the situations, very adaptable to different situations and all the changes that he has gone through in his life. Venus here at 29 degrees in Taurus, in the 9th house, beauty, ability to bring beauty into the physical. And Mercury is here, speaking to many people about his thoughts, sharing his thoughts with people, valuing the thoughts that he has and sharing them with people. Gemini here in the midheaven, 5 degrees. He's a leader in his field. He's a leader in speaking. He's a leader in speaking to many people. With Neptune here in the 3rd house, his writing, his words are very convincing. In Gemini, midheaven, he could have these words that are convincing yet have a double meaning, or I want to say a deeper meaning, but maybe not always meaning what he's saying. Saturn here is squaring his midheaven. There's challenges here with the authorities. He has challenges with authorities. His vision of what he wants to accomplish is challenging what he's saying. Neptune in the 3rd house rules Pisces. This is his 7th house, where Saturn is. There's a limitation in his business dealings with his partnerships, and that does bring him challenges. The partnerships that he has could also have allusions to them getting into trouble for certain partnerships, for certain dealings that he does. Rebelling against the authorities, especially with Pluto opposite to Saturn, rebelling against the status quo, the norms of society. Because he does have this security at home where he lives. His country is he feels secure there. That's where he finds his safety. Could be also his home as well, but that's where he finds his safety. So but he's also rebelling against the governments, the norms of society. With Lilith here in the 4th house, near this, I see his home life, either maybe growing up or his home life now. There could be some secrets there. There could be some secrets, some things that he does not let other people know about or keeps secret. The moon is also squaring to Mars. He could be aggressive when he's rebelling, when he's in political power. He could have this aggressive quality to him. Maybe a secret aggressive side where he doesn't show it much, but when his back is against the wall, he will lash out. Disruption, I do see here, power, disruption in power. It is showing here in governments. And his words are powerful. Powerful with the third house, Neptune and Venus at the 29 degrees here in Taurus. In the ninth house, he can speak to many people, and it's like he can gain followers, like a cult following with the words he speaks. And even though he's not a leader of a country, president of, in that sense, he does have a lot of power again behind him. Through his words, he is very convincing. He can convince a lot of people of many things, have that following that he needs to get the movements started. He's currently in Parliament, leader of the Reform Party. It would be interesting to see how he moves forward with that and how things unfold within the UK. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you'd like an astrology reading, my link is in the description below. We can look over your chart, see what stands out, and how to move forwards. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and share.